Hey guys, it's me, Mr. D. So this week we're looking at rectangular prisms, and it's almost the same thing as what we did last week. So if we look at what we did last week, right here, we looked at a figure, right? And this is pretty much a rectangular prism as well, but it's composed of unit cubes, right? So this blue layer, this top layer right here, it's really easy to see that there's 8 cubes in that top layer, right? And then there are 3 layers, okay? So in order to figure out how many layers there are altogether, what did we do? We did this, 8 times 3. And 8 times 3 is 24, right? So we know here in this figure right here, there are 24 cubes, okay? So we would say that the volume of this is the volume equals 24 cubic units. There we go. Okay. Now this week, if you look at this figure on the right side, it almost looks the same, except this time it's not made of unit cubes. Okay. So you'll see here it's labeled, and instead of thinking of this as unit cubes, what we did was we measured the length and the width and the height with standard units of measurement. Okay, so this is 4 inches, this is 2 inches, and this is 3 inches. And to figure out the volume of this shape, we do exactly the same thing, right? Except this time we're multiplying those standard units of measurement. Okay, so step 1, look at this top layer right here. Okay, so if we look at this top layer, right, it's not made of cubes, but what we can imagine is that it's made of paper. So if you imagine this as like a little sticky note, okay, then that's perfect. It's a thin piece of paper, and it's 2 inches by 4 inches, okay? So to figure out the area of that top layer, we just multiply 4 times 2 again, and we get 8, right? But it's not 8 unit cubes, or I'm sorry, 8 cubic units, right? It's 8 inches. So this top area right here, let me make this a little larger. Okay, this area right here is 8 inches squared, right? So the area of that top layer is 8 inches squared. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this 8, and now we're going to imagine that we have 3 inches of paper like that, right? So we have 3 inches of it, because this cube, right, this rectangular prism is 3 inches tall. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do pretty much what we did earlier. We're going to take that 8. Oops, let me make this a little bit thinner. We're going to take the 8 and we're going to multiply it times 3. And that gives us 24. Okay. Now it's 24. The volume is 24, but it's not cubic units. These are inches right here. So what I say is, what we do is we say that the volume equals 24, and since it's inches, since these sides, like the length and the width and the height, are measured in inches, we say that it's 24 cubic inches, right? You also could write it like this, 24 inches cubed. Okay, either one is fine. It's hard to type like an exponent in Google Slides. So really, for this exercise this week, this assignment, you're really just going to have to type it like this. So the area of this figure right here, this rectangular prism, is 24 cubic inches.